It's another beautiful day in Costa de Casa. I'm on the south course at the 18th tee box, and today we're going to talk about a plant which I do not like. This is a stinging nettle, Urtica dioica, and Urtica is derived from the Latin word meaning sting. It also goes by the name of common nettle, nettle leaf, or just plain nettle. This plant is native to Europe, temperate Asia, Western Africa. It is now found worldwide. There are 6 subspecies. Ours is called the hoary stinging nettle, which is mostly found from Washington down through California, Arizona, and northern Mexico. Now, hoary simply means it's covered with hairs, like that hoary old fellow with a face full of whiskers. So this plant, it will grow from 3 to 7 feet in the summer. Now it dives to the ground in winter and has underground spreading stems and runners called rhizomes. Now the growth of the nettles indicates the soil is very healthy with high fertility, especially in nitrates and phosphates. Over by the 13th tee box, we have a full army of our nettle here. So the stems of this plant, they have these little hairs. They're stinging hairs called trichomes. Now the tips come off in your skin if you touch it. They act like little hypodermic needles. They inject histamines and other chemicals upon contact. Now it's immediate sting, like a bee sting, then a burning sensation, then you get numbing, you get some dermatitis, and this can last up to several days. Now if you get on your finger, it might just last one day. But if you rub your whole leg against it, you might be feeling this sensation for a whole week. Now there's not a really good cure, but you can take various creams with antihistamines or hydrocortisone, but typically these don't do a lot of good. You just have to pretty much wait it out. Now the nettle is no stranger to folklore or language. Here's some really good examples. In French they say, "Don't push grandma into the nettles," and that means be careful not to abuse the situation. In German they say, "Sick in die Nelson setzen," and that means sit in the nettles, referring to getting into trouble. In Hungary, they say the thunderbolt does not strike nettle, meaning bad people get away with trouble, or the devil looks after his own. In Dutch, a nettle situation is a predicament. In Old English, the word nettled simply means being irritated or angry, and it comes from this plant. Now the leaves here, they are soft green leaves. These ones are drying up a little bit. Sometimes they're a lot more broad and longer. They're opposite leaves up and down the stem. They're strongly serrated or toothed, and the leaves are very hairy, but the hairs on the leaves are not stinging. The nettle is a powerhouse of nutrients. The leaves are very similar to spinach mixed with cucumber. It's rich in vitamin A and C, iron, potassium, manganese, and calcium. The young leaves are edible. They can be used as a pureed leaf vegetable. Now, before you eat this, you cook it or you soak it to remove the nettles. Now, the dry leaves can be used to make herbal tea. It can be used in polenta, pesto, and puree. Nettle soup is a common food in Northern and Eastern Europe, sometimes used in cheese making and flavoring of varieties of Gouda. And the young nettles can also be fermented to make beer. Nettle beer. For traditional medicine, specifically in Austria, this is used to treat kidney stones. Now the coarse fibers from this plant, they've been used for over 3,000 years to make clothing in Denmark. The Anglo-Saxons of Britain, they used this fiber as well for textiles. And during World War I, it's believed the Germans used fibers from this plant for their army uniforms due to the shortage of cotton. Now even today, nettles produced in Austria, Germany, and Italy for commercial textiles. So a couple other fun factoids about our common nettle. The United Kingdom hosts an annual World Nettle Eating Competition, which draws thousands of people to the Bottle Inn in Dorset each year. Now competitors are given stalks of this 2 feet tall with all the nettles attached. much like a hot dog eating contest, and the winner who eats the most of these wins. It's also been used to induce lactation in women. In Ecuador, stinging nettles are used to flog criminals. Now they're stripped naked, flogged in public, and they're showered with freezing cold water. I don't think they do that anymore though. And finally, nettles have been used as a folk remedy to treat rheumatism. So that is probably everything you wanted to know about the stinging nettle. So I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, have a great day. Bye.